The year is 2025. The digital landscape has evolved, and cryptocurrencies have become deeply embedded in the fabric of our global economy. And the crypto world is more crowded than ever. New coins and tokens emerge daily, each vying for attention and a piece of the market. The established players face constant competition, and investors are bombarded with choices. Amidst giants like Bitcoin, the original cryptocurrency that paved the way for decentralized finance, and Ethereum, the platform that unleashed the power of smart contracts and decentralized applications, Pi Network stands out. It's not just another cryptocurrency, it's a social experiment, a digital community, and a promise of accessible crypto mining all rolled into one. Pi Network distinguishes itself not for its groundbreaking technology or innovative blockchain architecture, but for its massive, mysterious following. Millions have joined its ranks, drawn in by the allure of easy crypto and the potential for future wealth. Millions of pioneers tap their phones daily, engaging with the Pi Network app, contributing to its ecosystem, and accumulating Pi coins with each passing day. All of them hoping their Pi coins will one day be worth something, transforming their daily taps into tangible value and financial opportunity. The dream of turning digital effort into real-world assets fuels their dedication. Yet despite this global movement, this widespread adoption across continents and cultures, Pi Network is conspicuously missing from every major exchange. It's a glaring absence that raises questions and fuels speculation. No Coinbase, the leading cryptocurrency exchange in the United States, no Binance, the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange by trading volume, nowhere. Search as you might, you won't find Pi Network listed on any of the reputable, established cryptocurrency exchanges. This absence is the core enigma, the central puzzle that surrounds Pi Network and its future. A huge community, millions strong but no real market presence, no official avenue to trade or exchange their Pi coins for other cryptocurrencies or fiat currency. The project's promise was simple, elegant in its design and appealing in its accessibility. Mine crypto on your phone, no expensive hardware needed, democratizing the mining process and making it available to anyone with a smartphone. This accessibility drew in a diverse worldwide user base, spanning across demographics and geographic locations. Gamifying crypto for the masses, turning the complex world of cryptocurrency mining into an engaging and user-friendly experience. But the final step, the crucial milestone that would validate the entire project, and open mainnet and exchange listings, the gateway to real-world value and liquidity, remains tantalizingly out of reach, a distant goal that continues to elude the Pi Network community. In this video, we'll break down why Pi's journey has stalled, examining the factors that have prevented it from achieving its ultimate objective. We'll be focusing on the transparency and security issues, the concerns that have plagued the project and raised doubts among potential investors and exchange operators. These are the very issues that keep it locked out of the world's top exchanges, preventing Pi from entering the mainstream cryptocurrency market. By understanding what exchanges demand, the rigorous criteria they use to evaluate and list new cryptocurrencies, we'll see why Pi, despite its hype, its dedicated community, and its ambitious goals, is still on the outside looking in, unable to gain access to the world of open trading and established cryptocurrency markets. Every Pi user at some point has likely found themselves pondering a very important question. It's a question that buzzes within the Pi community, a question that reflects both hope and anticipation. When will Pi be listed on major exchanges like Binance or Coinbase? It's a question loaded with expectations, hinting at the potential for wider adoption and increased accessibility. A listing on these platforms is far more than just a simple technical integration. It represents a significant milestone, a validation of the project's credibility and potential. It's a stamp of legitimacy, signaling to the broader crypto community that the project has met certain standards and is worthy of consideration. Listing unlocks the door to real trading, allowing users to easily buy and sell Pi, participate in the market, and integrate it into their broader investment strategies. It brings liquidity, ensuring that there are enough buyers and sellers to facilitate smooth and efficient trading, minimizing price slippage and maximizing market depth. Ultimately, a listing can drive value, increasing the perceived worth of Pi and attracting more users and investors to the ecosystem. But getting listed on a major exchange is a tough climb. It's not a simple process, and it's certainly not guaranteed. Exchanges like Coinbase and Binance have incredibly strict requirements, designed to protect their users and maintain the integrity of their platforms. These requirements go far beyond mere popularity or social media buzz. A large community is a great start, but it's only one piece of the puzzle. They meticulously scrutinize the underlying technology, ensuring it's robust, secure, and scalable. They analyze the tokenomics, assessing the distribution model, supply dynamics, and overall economic sustainability of the project. They investigate the team background, evaluating the experience, expertise, and track record of the individuals behind the project. And of course, they demand strict legal compliance, ensuring that the project adheres to all applicable regulations and legal frameworks. Pi's current enclosed mainnet presents a major roadblock in this process. It's a fundamental challenge that needs to be addressed. Exchanges simply can't list tokens that can't be freely moved, traded, or independently audited. The lack of transparency is a deal breaker. Without a public, open blockchain where transactions are transparent and verifiable, a listing on a major exchange is essentially impossible. Pi has undeniably nailed the community building aspect. The project boasts a massive and highly engaged user base, which is a significant asset. However, it hasn't yet met the stringent technical and security standards that exchanges require for listing a cryptocurrency. Hype and enthusiasm alone aren't enough to secure a listing. While they can generate interest, they don't replace the need for solid fundamentals. Thorough due diligence is absolutely non-negotiable. Exchanges must conduct their own independent assessment to ensure the project is sound. Therefore, Pi's current absence from major exchanges isn't an oversight or a random occurrence. It's a direct result of not yet meeting the critical technical, security, and compliance standards that these exchanges demand. The path to listing requires addressing these fundamental gaps. Transparency is the foundation of trust in crypto. For Pi, much remains hidden. The source code is mostly closed, and the white paper lacks technical depth. Open source code lets anyone verify how a blockchain works, but Pi's backend remains a black box. This forces users and exchanges to trust the core team blindly. Never a good sign. The white paper reads more like marketing than a technical blueprint, leaving key questions unanswered. Governance is also murky. Who really controls the network? For exchanges, this lack of clarity is a compliance nightmare. Without transparency, Pi can't earn a spot on top exchanges. Crypto researcher H Wong's analysis cut through the hype. She found that Pi's app acts more like a social platform than a real crypto miner. The mining is just a way to keep users engaged, not to secure the network. Most of the system runs on centralized servers, not a decentralized blockchain. If those servers go down, so does Pi, an unacceptable risk for any exchange. Wong also questioned what users are actually earning in-app points, not real crypto. This centralization and uncertainty are deal breakers for serious exchanges. In crypto, security means decentralization. Pi claims to use the Stellar Consensus Protocol, but its nodes are handpicked by the core team, not open to the public. This creates a permissioned, centralized system vulnerable to attack or manipulation. Exchanges need to know that no single group can rewrite history or block transactions. The enclosed mainnet keeps everything hidden, blocking independent audits and security checks. Without public scrutiny, Pi's security claims are unproven. Major exchanges require open, battle-tested networks. Until Pi opens up, its decentralization and security remain questionable. That's a non-starter for any reputable exchange. Exchanges like Coinbase and Binance are the crypto world's gatekeepers. Their job is to protect users by listing only assets that are safe, transparent, and verifiable. They demand open code, public blockchains, and independent audits. Pi's closed-source approach blocks this verification at every turn. Exchanges can't run their own nodes or audit Pi's supply and transactions. Listing an unverified asset is a risk they won't take. The burden of proof is on Pi network, not the exchanges. Until Pi becomes fully open and auditable, it won't pass the gatekeeper's test. Pi's issues aren't just one critic's opinion, they're echoed across the crypto industry. Experts warn that Pi's marketing success masks a lack of real blockchain substance. Many call it a wait-and-see project or even a data harvesting app. Security researchers say a blockchain run on centralized servers isn't really a cryptocurrency. Legal experts add that Pi's unclear status could attract regulatory trouble. With so much uncertainty, exchanges are right to be cautious. Until Pi proves itself, skepticism will outweigh hype. The legal and technical risks are simply too high for a major listing. Pi's future isn't doomed if the core team takes action. First, they must open source all code, letting the world audit and verify the network. Next, publish a detailed technical white paper and a clear, transparent tokenomics plan. Decentralized node operation. Let anyone run a node, not just the core team. Launch the open mainnet, turning in-app balances into real transferable crypto. Fund independent security audits and publish the results. Embrace scrutiny and transparency to build trust. Only then can Pi hope for a major exchange listing. Pi Network presents a fascinating case study, a real-world example, illustrating the inherent limitations of relying solely on hype to achieve lasting success. It highlights the critical difference between generating initial excitement and building a sustainable, credible project in the competitive cryptocurrency landscape. Viral growth, fueled by innovative referral programs and clever marketing, has undeniably created a massive online community around Pi Network. Millions of users drawn in by the promise of easy cryptocurrency mining on their smartphones have joined the network, contributing to its widespread recognition. However, viral growth and a massive community, while impressive on the surface, aren't enough to guarantee legitimacy or long-term viability in the complex world of crypto. True legitimacy requires a solid foundation built on verifiable technology and transparent practices. The real barriers to entry for any cryptocurrency seeking mainstream adoption are transparency, ensuring users can understand the project's inner workings, and robust security measures, protecting users' assets and data from potential threats. These are critical areas where Pi still falls short, creating a significant gap between its current state and the requirements for listing on major exchanges. Top exchanges, responsible for safeguarding their users' investments, protect users by demanding open verifiable code, allowing independent review and scrutiny, decentralized governance, ensuring no single entity controls the network, and rigorously audited projects, identifying and addressing potential vulnerabilities. For pioneers, the dedicated users of Pi Network, it's time to demand more real, accessible code, allowing for community contributions and verification, real decentralization, moving beyond a centralized model to a truly distributed network, and comprehensive independent audits, ensuring the network's security and reliability. The path to listing on major exchanges and achieving widespread adoption is clear, but it requires real, demonstrable change from the core team, the developers and leaders behind Pi Network. If they deliver on these crucial requirements, Pi could finally transition from a hyped project to a respected cryptocurrency with genuine utility and value. Until then, it remains an unlisted enigma, a project shrouded in uncertainty, its true potential yet to be realized. This serves as a potent reminder that in the world of crypto, trust must be earned through transparency, security, and verifiable actions, not simply assumed based on hype or community size.